So something a little bit different today. These are the seats. Now these are not original, of course, so these come out of, we believe, a Citroën BX. So they have been retrofitted, and I can see down here we've got a metal support bar that's been made to fit, and those are not original bolts, of course. And you've just spied here we have the front seat swivel, so I'm going to make the front passenger seat rotate. This is a universal seat base from AliExpress, but actually came and is made in Germany, and looks to be fairly solid. It's got grade 8 bolts in it, which is very good. We'll have to see how we're going to make this fit. I'm not sure at the moment. We'll take the old seat off and experiment. But these were 50 euros, so it's the cheapest option I've seen so far for a rotating seat. And they're nice and relatively thin, only about an inch or 2.5, maybe 3 centimeters deep. So it shouldn't raise the seat too much. But we'll start by getting the old seat off and taking a look and seeing what's going on. Right, I shall be back shortly. Okay, so the seat is out. The frame is there. Clean it up a bit, but now we've just got to see how best to fit this onto the frame. So I've also got to make sure that this does not interfere with the forward and back motion of the seat. So I may do that, which will be putting the controller at the back of the seat, because it won't be used that often, and that won't interfere then with any of the runners. So let's give it a go and see what happens. Yeah, give it a try. Okay, so that's the bolts undone. That's the bar down there. There's the second bar. Looks like somebody's been here before, because we've got some funny looking screw holes there. Anyway, let's line this up and see what it looks like. Okay, well, it fits. Now the question is going to be is when the bars are going to fit, which are going to have to be across there. I have to drill some more holes obviously for those. Yeah, okay, going to measure this up and think about it. I'm just thinking whether, because the bars have to go that way, whether or not that will actually be better rotated to there, which does seem to fit better. And then the bars will be able to, oh, actually, they may line up with those bolt holes there. Okay, something like that. Okay, I just need to measure it all up now, get the measuring stick out and see what else is needed. But that looks as though that is getting close to what we need. Right, I shall be back. So this looks as though it's going to work. So I've managed to use the 2 bolts front and back on this side, and I've just drilled, I can't really see it there, just drilled 2 more holes through there to take some number 8 bolts. And then this bar here will then line up with these threaded holes here. Just need to find a couple of bolts there, the right length. And then in terms of its positioning, it's about, I was going to say about 10 mil off towards the door for the passenger seat. I know we've got plenty of room there. So get these drilled there, and there to use those threaded holes there, and then we'll mount it up and see how we get on. But I think that's looking about right. All right, let's see what it looks like when I start putting it back together. Okay, so that's now installed, and we've now got rotating seat. I just need to sort out the catch on it, because at the moment the lifting bar for going backwards and forwards is interfering with the lever, not allowing it to return properly back. So I just need to put a bend in that just to fix it so it locks. But at the moment, there it is. We have a rotating seat. Relatively simple. Right, let me go and tighten up a few nuts and bolts, and we'll get on with the next job. See you soon. So on to the next job. Now, my wife has very short legs, unfortunately. So one of the problems with the early Traffics is that there is no grab handle. A lot of vans these days have a grab handle on the dash to help people get in and out. Well, this isn't solid enough to secure anything to. So what I've decided to do is I've got a nice secure grab handle here, which is going to bolt up there. Doesn't get in the way anywhere, gives us something really substantial to hold on to pull herself up, and we just need to secure it. So rather than just screwing it into this metal plate or panel up here, I'm going to rivnut it. So I've got my rivnut tool, got some rivnuts here, mark it all out, and then bolt it up there, and that should be plenty secure enough to take any amount of pulling to secure it. Right, I'm going to go and drill some holes, bolt it up there, and we'll see what it looks like. See you in a bit. So first of 2 holes drilled, complete with a scratch, but I'm just going to go and grab some paint. I've got some white paint, and I'll just touch that up, silly boy. All right, get that one bolted up, and then we'll move on to the other one on the other side. So that's the first 2 rivnuts in there. I'll just temporarily put the handle up, and then I'll move on and I'll mark the others and add those 2, and then we'll finish up. So yeah, all ready to go. And there it is, up, and trust me, that will take all the weight you can put on it. So yeah, I think that'll help, and it's not in your way when you're sitting in the seat. And this will all get covered shortly with headlining material. I'm going to take the headlining down, insulate underneath it, and then cover some of this with some of that stretch material. So yeah, that's going to be covered anyway, so I will be taking this down to do underneath it. But that for now, I think will keep her very happy. At least she can then get in and pull herself in to the van without needing any other help. Right, that'll do for today. Get on with a few more jobs later in the week when the rain stops. As you can see, we've got a nice sunny day today, taking advantage of it. Right, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.